Paddy, could you first tell us something about Mill Farm?
I've worked here for 9 years. We look after kids of all ages, originally of all ages. I mean, that was literal, from 2 to 32. Except that after a while it started making me feel really old, so we cut the age group down. I think over this past couple of years we're working with mainly school children, 5 to 16-year-olds, although occasionally we do provide stuff for activities for the younger age group, the preschool. We provide, as you can see, pool, snooker, table tennis, we've got computers, we do day trips, we do various events. On a good day we have up to 200 kids coming through the place.
When were the Friends of Mill Farm set up?
I'd like to ask Gerry Beyga that one.
We were set up, I think it was 3 years ago, although it seemed more like 30. It was at the behest of the play staff at Mill Farm, Paddy, McCulloch. Howard Jackson also was involved in the setting up of the committee. And basically it was just a group of concerned parents, if you like, whose children used the facilities at Mill Farm. And that was the origins of us setting up as a committee.
What type of fundraising events do you organise?
Well, it's mostly a traditional list of firms and unions which we send out for. We usually target specific fundraising events, i.e. bonfire nights or children's Christmas party. We have in the past organised fun days. We also used to have I think what was one of the most successful discos in Kirby, which was held at the Kirby Suite. I think it was also one of the longest running anyway. I think it ran for about between 12 and 15 months, didn't it? When you think we used to have up to 200, maybe sometimes 250 children in that disco, the amount of trouble and everything else, it was absolutely minimum.
What is the response when you go out on these events?
The response usually is very favourable. The most recent thing we done was a fun day at Mill Farm on the 31st of August, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
We had a fun fair, pony rides, stuff like that. And what we normally do when these people come in, we normally charge them a fee to come here. We always try and insist that the fees are minimum. That is the amount that the children got to pay to go on these rides and the pony trek and things like that. And that's more or less our traditional fundraising part. I say apart from the local firms and trade unions.
How do you spend the money you raise?
Very miserly. In the early days, and it caused us many great arguments and articles, we originally, most of the money we raised was spent away from the farm itself. It was on day trips, weekends away, up in Coniston, the Lake District, Wales. We organised a foreign holiday to Denmark. As I say, traditionally, what we do is actually fundraising and spending a hell of a lot of money that was taking children away from the farm. And when we came to do the orders of the books at the end of the year, I think in consultation with the staff, with Paddy, the rest of the committee felt that really we were spending too much money sending children away from the farm. When in reality what we had was not a dilapidated building, a wreck. And we felt that really we should be redirecting our efforts into the farm itself. And I think since the 3 years we've formed, I think it's something like well, £20,000 we've raised. I say in conjunction with the staff. And we just felt that a new direction was needed as to where the money was actually going into.
Did the children actually pay anything towards these holidays?
The holidays they do, they have to pay a certain amount, but basically what we wanted at Mill Farm was an area where children from Tower Hill and Mill Park would come down, requiring no money whatsoever, and all the facilities in the farm are free. There has been a train of thought from time to time from some of the staff that maybe we should put a small charge on. But myself and other people on the committee, and I think in fairness to Paddy's the play leader at the farm, he's also argued the line that come the end of the day, it's not the children who actually pay, it's parents who pay. And we wanted just to, if you like, to create a place where the children can come down, spend all day and all night in some cases, knowing that there's going to be no financial fee involved. Because coming in, what we say is, as parents, we're the support group, and we don't see the point of us fundraising and using our leisure time to raise money, and then, if you like, for our own children to be charged to come down here.
Well, that's a fair point. And the result is what you see now is that money, instead of being directed into things away from the building itself, has been put back into the building. You know, the equipment here, the computers we've got, the pool tables, things like that. In fact, the carpet on the floors, the wallboards, the decorating that's still to be done is all be paid for by the committee. The result is we have a fairly attractive building for kids to come into. It doesn't cost them a penny. And the only time they ever have to spend money is, for example, day trips where they have to cover the cost of the coach. And in fact, recently, since Christmas, the Friends of Mill Farm have paid for whatever coaches we've needed for pantomimes as Christmas trees. So even, you know, it's not even a rule that they always have to pay the coaches. We keep everything as free as possible, and if it's not free, we keep it as cheap as possible. I think that the powers that be should know about the efforts. I think they should see the results of what the voluntary side has been doing, as opposed to maybe what, I mean, it's critical of my employees, but as opposed to what the council have been able to do. Because the money's not there within the council. Without the Friends of Mill Farm, we wouldn't have the situation we've got now, which I think is a vast improvement on what we had 2 years ago.
I think also on the positive side, I mean, at the moment we're under threat. We received a grant for a firework display, and last year we received £1,000. And because of the massive nations that's going on at the moment with the budget in Knowsley, I mean, it's an easily done thing to scrap. I mean, £1,000 is not a great deal as far as the total budget is concerned, but it's an item that can be easily scrapped painlessly, if you like. And what we say is, I mean, on a bonfire night at Mill Farm, we attract between 3,000 and maybe 6,000 families, people, I beg your pardon, but they're made up of families. You know what I mean? It's not a lot of youngsters, young lads or young girls, it's families entertainment. And one of the reasons behind the video is a history, if you like, over 3 events that we've organised. But it's also, we're open to get the chairman leisure down and people connected with the council to see that the £1,000 is well spent. We've asked them to come up with a comparison whereby they can tell me, spend £1,000 and attract up to 3,000 to 5,000 people. You just can't do this. Also, on the promotional side, when the video was edited and knocked into shape and one thing or another, we're open possibly then to maybe send it out to firms. One of the projects we've got in mind is play equipment at the back of the farm for maybe up to under sevens and unders. Now, we recently went to look at some equipment in Southport during the summer. I mean, the cost is just horrendous. You're talking about 50 to maybe £20,000 for possibly 5, maybe 6 items. So what we're able to do is I say, when the tape is edited and kicked into shape and that, maybe we can be in a process of sending the actual tape out to firms or charities, and just to get them a little bit, if you like, to put a human face on the letter that we'll be sending out to them. And also, I mean, it comes to the end of the day, it's got to be said, Gerry suffers unfortunately from having a terrible name. And we believe there is a lot of good in Gerry. Unfortunately, it doesn't surface, or it doesn't come to the surface, because people are more interested, if you like, in the negative side of Gerry. We believe as parents, both as the committee and parents, that there is a positive side in Gerry. And the sooner we get round to actually showing the positive side, and more importantly, blowing our own trumpets, if you like, then maybe the response from people outside of Gerry will change or alter slightly.
Okay, thanks again.